welcome back to another Pokemon Wonder. Today is a special episode and we're actually going to surprise one of our community members. I've recently spoke to one of the members called Dan B. He was actually the winner for last week's prizes. And in our exchange, in order to ship out his prizes, we ended up sharing a little bit of a story. At the end of the day, what we found out was he had actually been a big Pokemon fan more than 15 years ago, lost track of it like so many of you probably as well, and then got back into it now here in more of his adult life. In addition to that, he has a little daughter, which is young now, but also will be growing up with hopefully the same love of Pokemon that all of us have. And one of the things that he had shared, because the prizes that he selected were actually from Silver Tempest, was that he didn't have a Silver Tempest collection since he was just getting back into the hobby again. He was really trying to start from zero, and this was going to be one of the first cards he had to begin his Silver Tempest collection. And like so many of us, if we've been doing this for a little bit of time, we know how it goes with opening some packs and ETBs and sharing amongst all the people that love Pokemon. And therefore, we're going to make a little special package for Dan and his daughter. And we're going to build what I hope to be a great binder to kick off his Silver Tempest collection. So let's dive in and see how we can put this. What better way to start a new collection than with a new binder? So we're going to jump into Walmart here, see if we can grab a binder to start this collection with, and maybe even some Silver Tempest to add to that. Let's see what they got. Okay, well, doesn't look like it's a new low price. I'm not sure that's really that low. I was hoping to get, maybe we can get that. That's a Silver Tempest. That'll be at least one. And don't think I have too much more Silver Tempests. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see if they got a binder. Hopefully they have a binder here. There's one of the 3-ring binders. I was hoping to get... No, those are just the pages. They don't actually have one of the binders like you have. Well, it looks like Walmart didn't have anything that we needed. So instead, we're gonna jump into Target now and see if we can find a binder to get this Silver Tempest collection started on. Okay, let's see. Perfect. Exactly the kind of binder we're looking for here. So we'll get a card guard. This should hold us about 360 cards. That should be plenty. And let's see. Oh, perfect. We can probably do a Silver Tempest pack here. That'll give it also a small little binder as well with the extra pack. And since they don't have any Silver Tempest individual packs, this is mostly Brilliant Stars and Vivid Voltage, we'll try to maybe go with a blister and see if we can't get one of the blisters that have Silver Tempest in it. I'll have to put the phone down to do that. So okay, so we have our Pokemon collection here. This is actually separated. This is my section where I do my set collection. So each of those binders are trying to complete a set. This is more my investment sections where I have just a couple of the booster boxes that I'm trying to hold over time. And then of course my kids' collections are here. This is my youngest son's collection here at the one before last, and then my oldest son's collection here at the bottom with a few extra overflow binders of some of my other things. So what we have also in my case over here is we have some extra overflow, and in this case I have a Silver Tempest box here. And what I'm thinking is we'll be able to go through this. All of these, this section here is Silver Tempest. And so what I'm pretty sure I can do is kick off a really great collections Kickstarter for Dan. And what we have here as well, we just went to Target and we were able to pick up a nice binder here. So we got a card folio with 360 cards, and we were even able to get a pack of Silver Tempest with a little small binder here as well, with a nice Lugia artwork. So what I'll do is I'll take out all of this, go through and get the best in one of each to see if I can try to fill up this binder as much as possible with Silver Tempest. And then from there, we'll probably dip into some of our collections, and I'll talk to the kids today when they get home from school and the wife, and perhaps we can all donate some of our cards from each of our collections as well to try to fill up this binder as much as possible for Dan and his daughter. So let's go ahead and get this process started and see if we can go through these cards.
So the idea here was that we're going to go through essentially all of the Silver Tempest from the overflow here and take out at least one of each card, so that way we can try to complete a set for the binder that we're going to provide for Dan. We did have a bunch of different things here. So we have holos, we have reverse holos, we have just regular cards. So I tried to pick as many of the holos and reverse holos as we could. Those are obviously a bit more fun to look at, and of course the kids like those a bit more as well. And so we'll try to make sure that we give him the best of what we have left, and then from there we're probably going to have to go ahead and sleeve everything. I prefer to have all of my cards sleeved before I put them into the binder, and I'm going to treat this surprise as if it was my own in terms of how I would prepare it. And then from there, Dan of course can take it any direction that he wants to. We had a lot more cards than I had realized, and of course counting through these takes some time. One of the reasons we keep these like this is because this is also how we build our decks, because we play the TCG game, and if you do that, then you know that you can play up to 4 cards in a deck, and so we tend to keep those. Alright, so we got the stack of Silver Tempest ready, and it's time to sleeve it up. From here, we go through the process of simply sleeving everything, and then we'll put them in order to have them in the binder. The good news is when I take those out of the box, they were actually in numerical order. That's how I store a lot of my inventory, just for the purposes of set collections and going back through those and sometimes building my decks. For me, it's just easier. So I'll separate by set and then sort numerically. So I don't have to worry about sorting these numerically now. I just need to make sure they stay in order, and we'll be able to put those in the binder really easily. So it takes a while. If you've ever done this, it is quite a tedious task, but it's one that protects the cards really well and ensures that they live a long time, because those binders, while they're a lot slimmer and nicer than like a big 3-ring binder, if you're sliding your cards in and out a lot without any protection, it will wear the back of the cards, and you'll end up having a lot of whitening on the cards. So definitely, if you're just now getting into the hobby and you want to protect your cards and have a good quality collection, make sure you sleeve your cards before you put them into binders. Now for me, this was the harder part, because we had to go through this, and anytime you have a brand new binder, of course it's really tight, and sliding these in, especially with those Ultra Pro sleeves, they have a little bit of extra play, and I'm a bit of a, what would you call, a neat freak as well. So I like to have all of my corners and everything nice and straight. I don't want to have any of the sleeve corners bent or crinkled, so I'm very careful about how I put them in. So I took my time here, again treating this like it's my own, just to make sure that Dan gets the best possible gift that we can provide. About halfway through here, and we're into the psychic energies. And what I do as well is I leave spaces for the cards that we don't have. That way, as Dan continues to try to work on his collection, he simply can look in his binder, find that empty spot where that one belongs, and just slide it right in. So it gives a nice, easy way to kind of keep track of your sets. You don't have to move cards around, because that is one of the downfalls of this type of binder. To try to rearrange it is a big pain because you can't move pages. So make sure that you have them set the way you want to when you create the binder, because moving things is a pain. So in this case, he should never have to move them. To move these, he should just be able to fill it in, and then of course eventually have a complete binder. We're almost here at the end. Now we're into what looks like the metal energies, perhaps the star energies, which is always right before we get into sometimes dragon and then trainers. Yep, there's dragon. And then we'll wrap it up with the trainers, and we'll be at the end of the binder. We'll do a quick flip through the binders to make sure it looks okay, because sometimes I miscalculate or miscount the number of cards per page, and I want to make sure that that's correct. All right, now we're into the trainers. That usually represents the end of the normal set before you get into a lot of the ultra rare cards. All right.
Hey guys, what you doing? Pokemon trading. Perfect timing. You remember that guy Dan I was telling you about that I'm making a binder for?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the Silver Tempest binder that I'm making for Dan and his daughter. I was wondering, since you guys have your Pokemon cards out, is there any Silver Tempest cards you'll be willing to donate and put into the binder for us? To help us out to try to build this awesome collection?
This one?
Ooh, is that a Radiant?
Yep.
Nice, a Radiant Jirachi? That would be awesome.
Oh.
Awesome. I think he'll love that. What do you think, Elliot? Oh, a full art Braxton. Nice. That's gonna be a good one.
And I'll give it my last.
Well, I think Elliot has an Alakazam in his hand as well.
Oh. Well, I'll maybe.
Okay, I think that's awesome, guys. This is great. This is great. Oh wow. That's so much. Thank you so much, guys. This is going to be a great addition. We got Jinx, we got Regidrago V, we got a Jirachi Radiant, we got a full art Braxton, and a Radiant Alakazam. This is going to be perfect, guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Say bye, Dan.
Bye, Dan. See you later.
Oh, there you are. I was looking for you. Oh. Every time I catch you guys, you're doing something with Pokemon. Perfect, because you remember that binder I was telling you about I was making for Dan, one of our subscribers? It was for Silver Tempest. So the kids did a great job. They donated some really good cards. I think it was yesterday. I was wondering, did you want to put anything into the donation? We're looking for Silver Tempests, either V's or full arts. Trainer galleries.
I was reorganizing some of the cards that I have
Oh, yeah.
in this binder, so I think I can. There you go.
Is that Silver Tempest?
Yes, looks like.
Let's see.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Good.
All right.
Is that a good one?
Is that a good one, Elliot? Let us know. Approved? All right. Thanks so much. Say bye, Dan.
Bye.
All right. So kids did a great job. They donated some beautiful cards to help us with the binder. So we'll just throw these into the binder quickly in their respective positions. And I think we'll be about ready to ship this out. This is going to be awesome. All right. Let's see if I got enough room here on the table. So the way I do this, Dan, is I put these all in order. You probably have already seen it so far. And so this really then puts the trainer galleries here at the very back for you. So we'll put those right here after we finished, we left some empty spaces in case you get any of the good gold cards or anything like that as you're pulling some more packs here in the future. Let's see, number 4. So we left all that space between the last few in the set for you, which ends here on 196 on this page, and then you would fill everything up all the way up to 215 because you can get some of the gold cards and the rainbows. So we'll leave those pages available for you. That way all you have to do is just fill in the blanks. And then these last 3, they actually go in the order, so we'll just put those in real quick. This was just in addition to what you had already won, which I put right here, and we'll get this all boxed up for you and get it shipped out tomorrow. So we'll probably do a quick video as we get to the post office. We threw in a few extra cards for you as well from some of the V-Star universe. These were some ones we thought you might like, some nice hollows. And of course, the actual prize card, which will go into, again, as we got started on this journey, it will go into your Silver Tempest, and this is one of your first gold cards to hopefully be on the path to have the whole Silver Tempest collection. All right, Dan, we got your binder ready. I think it's going to be a great start for your journey back into Pokemon, and it's going to be a huge jump start for the completion of your Silver Tempest collection. I know it's hard probably coming back into any hobby after 15 years, and we love Pokemon in this house, and I'm sure that you and your family are going to love it just as much as you get back into where the Pokemon journey is today. For those of you that are still watching, reach out to somebody in your community, people who need help, whether it's the lady crossing the street, somebody who needs help carrying their groceries, or maybe it's somebody who wants to get started back into Pokemon. Share the love, share the community, make the world a better place. Thanks everybody for your time. We look forward to seeing you on the next one.